Yo, welcome back to Genshin Impact. In the last episode we have continued with our lovely little event, and now where the heck am I supposed to go even? Okay, there's the teleport point right here. That's how I like it, so let's go. In the last episode we continued the event, and we've been, I don't even know what it's called, but we've been beating up some other tribes, I guess. We got Chaska from the Flower Feather clan, and then we had the people of the springs, and we had like little battles with them. So now we are going to the Children of Echoes to find Kachina, because after our last like friendly little fight, we noticed that she's been not doing too well. What the heck is... I'm getting sidetracked so easily. What the heck is this? Bro, do I look like Frodo from Middle-earth? What? What? What in the Lord of the Rings is that? But okay. Yeah, we're gonna look for Kachina because something seems to be bothering her, and we need to find out more about this.
Oh, here you are, Kachina!
I'm just glad they cut off the music in the background because that was kind of anticlimactic.
Oh, hey. I had some time on my hands, so I decided to bring Io over to check on Melray and Nyan.
Oh, so cute.
Don't worry. Everything's gonna be fine.
Hey, Kachina, something been on your mind lately?
Huh? What makes you ask?
I don't know.
Well, you seemed a bit down after the exhibition match, so we're kinda worried about you. Thanks, Traveler and Paimon. I'm okay, really. I mean, it's hard to explain. I've just been feeling a bit lost. Despite losing the pilgrimage so many times, what kept me going was the belief that someday I'd win and earn a spot in the Night Warden Wars. So when I finally did, I was over the moon. I mean, things didn't exactly go as planned, and you and the others had to rescue me from the Night Kingdom.
Yeah, I thought it was something like that.
Still, I achieved my dream. But after the happiness wore off, I felt hollow. I didn't know what to aim for next, or what I should work toward. Then the Bloomflower trials came around, and I could fight alongside everyone again. But when the exhibition match ended, I suddenly realized that everyone had real-life responsibilities to return to. Everyone, that is. Except for me.
Oh my god, that is way too relatable. Like, I don't know, but that's way too relatable.
And that got me thinking. Am I the only one who's still like a kid? The only one who's left with so much free time on their hands? Who's never really grown up?
I might actually have to kin her. What the hell? Like, I don't know, bro. Being neurodivergent and unable to work sort of makes you feel like everyone around you is like so much farther in life, or further, whatever, in life than you are, and you're like just stuck without aging. Like, people your age or even younger than you that you used to spend time with and like used to be in the same place in life with. It sort of feels like everyone is like driving their car while you're like stuck at the parking lot and everyone's going places, and you're just waiting for things to be like they once were, but you realize deep down, you don't actually realize, but deep down you know that it's never gonna be like that again. And then you try to like hang out with people to like get your energy back and like recharge and enjoy your life again, because you just have too much free time, you don't know what to do with it. But yeah, obviously no one else has that amount of time, so it's hard to meet up with people, and then you fall out eventually, and you feel like you can't really understand their life from their point of view, but also they can't understand yours. And everyone else is like judging you for it because they're like, why don't you just do it? And I'm like, if I was capable of, I would love to do all that. But I actually can't, and that just sort of feels like like it's isolating you, even though you don't want to be isolated. You don't want to do this to yourself, but it's just... Why am I oversharing 5 minutes into Genshin Impact Let's Play? But yeah, life is not easy sometimes. And I just try to live in the forest instead of working 9 to 5. Nah, man, I don't know. It's stuff that's like on my mind a lot, but it's hard to bring up these kind of things because no one ever like understands it, and it's not easy to find like-minded people. So those 2 voice lines here, they have really resonated with me. I could fight alongside everyone again, but when the exhibition match ended, I suddenly realized that everyone had real-life responsibilities to return to, everyone that is except for me. And that got me thinking, am I the only one who's still like a kid, the only one who's left with so much free time on their hand who's never really grown up? Wondering how the conversation keeps going.
So that's what's been bothering you, huh?
This is an important stage in life too, Kachina.
Huh? You mean everyone feels like this at some point? I thought it was just because I hadn't been working hard enough.
There's no big rush. Take your time searching what you want to do.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Traveler. Huh. If you think about it, this is a good thing. Not knowing what you want means the future's still full of possibilities, right? When Paimon can't decide what she wants for dinner, she gets to imagine all kinds of delicious dishes. But if someone told her, you're eating this tonight, kinda spoils the anticipation.
Nah, when I tell myself I'm gonna make pizza at the end of the day, I know it's gonna be a fucking awesome day.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Even you have your moments of wisdom, Paimon. This just healed something in me, I don't know. Or maybe oversharing healed something in me. Like, kind of speaking about... These videos get like 10 views, if I'm lucky, so... It's not like anyone's gonna see or anyone's gonna judge. It's like... What are those things called in church? I'm not being disrespectful, I just literally don't know the English translation. Beichtkammer. The thing where you like go into where you spill your darkest secrets, you talk about what's been on your mind, and there's a person like next to you listening to you and like sharing some advice, but you don't know who's sitting there, who's listening. And it kind of just helps you like talking about stuff because you're like, I don't know, you're not being judged for it, or at least it feels like that in a moment, because you feel like there's no one here to judge you, because you don't know who the person next to you is, or when you're ever gonna see them again.
Hey! Stop underestimating Paimon like that, would ya?
Oh, looks like you guys beat me to it. Is the little guy feeling any better?
Greasy Lolly! Hello!
I just feel like so much... I feel like there's been like an anchor that... Like an anchor has been lifted off my chest, I don't know. I feel free talking about it. Bro, why am I This is Genshin Impact. It's Genshin Impact, we're here for the memes.
Hello. I didn't have much going on at the moment, so I thought I'd check in on our patient.
But yeah, life has been really messing me up lately. The last 2 weeks haven't been easy, and the last 4 months haven't been any better either, to be honest.
Mori's been in a deep sleep this whole time. It's just as Aoife said. We'll need to gather all the sacred flame crystals before we can help him.
Especially the last 2 days have been horrible.
I imagine you're right. By the way, you haven't run into any trouble lately, have you?
Me? Me? You know who you're talking to? I run into trouble constantly. In-game and in real life, but I was referring to Traveler here.
When we discussed the sacred flame crystals after the exhibition match ended, everyone else looked happy. But you seem to have something on your mind.
So that's what this is about. I was worried that the sacred flame crystals might be dangerous. Did you think there was something else on my mind? While I was worrying about Kachina, she was worrying about me. Should I just be honest with her about the rumor? Ah. You tested clearly about the rumor that sacred flame crystals can beguile human
baseless rumor.
hearts.
But a fearful-sounding one all the same. Fear stems from the unknown, so the more cryptic the hearsay, the more panic it spreads.
Wait, are the crystals actually dangerous? Then what about Milray?
Maoika was right. Even if trouble does come our way, she'll handle it. Still, there must be a story behind the Bloomflower trials being stopped. It is said that something happened the last time they were held.
Oh, that's not good.
Since you're concerned, why don't we look into it? I'm sure we'll still be able to find scrolls from back then over at the Masters of the Nightwind.
No, the truth will put our minds at ease. Yeah, I guess so.
Can I come along? I'd like to help.
Of course.
I don't see why not. Come, let's head over to my place. We should leave this little Tapetlosaur to rest.
She's so real. She's like, can I please come along? I love being invited, and that's so real. That's so real, Medicine Born of Guild. I was gonna overshare again, but maybe not. I was like talking last episode about some friends of a friend of mine are like shooting a movie for their university project stuff, and I was there for 2 days last weekend, and today technically is the last day of the shoot. But it's a night shoot. It goes up till 4 AM. And I'd love to participate and see everyone again, because those people really got like a place in my heart. Like it was so much fun. It was nice feeling like being a part of something for once. But yeah, unfortunately I kind of messed up my health physically, so I don't think I would be capable of being in a random cold forest for 10 hours straight, or like 8 hours. Don't really know how long it goes, but it's 4 AM at night time, so I have to take care.
Hello there,
Which just triggers my FOMO, and you never know when you're gonna get an opportunity like this ever again, and you never know when you're gonna see these people ever again. But at the same time, I gotta take care of myself. I gotta fix my health, because convention's gonna be in two weeks, and then 2 concerts. So yeah, gotta work on being healthy again, mentally and physically.
Okay. Probably doesn't understand what we're saying. Doesn't look like any cogs are turning in there.
Any what? You're so cute. Oh, look at his little hands.
Whoops, sorry. No offense intended.
You there! You dare disrespect our elder?
You're so cute too. Oh, you too. Oh, the hands.
Oh, you mean... Oh, I see. Sorry, my mistake. Apparently you are here by invitation. In which case, it's my job to make you feel welcome. Some introductions are in order. I am Kaholam, one of the priests of our tribe. And this is our Iktomisor elder, the great Tlapokpok Tatel, a living totem among the masters of the Nightwind.
Can I shake your hand, please?
Whoa, that's quite a tongue twister.
I was not gonna say it, but I was thinking, yeah.
In truth, we usually go with Elder Tlapo for short. You're welcome to do the same.
Oh my god, I wish this thing was real. We were invited here in a very unusual way. Wait. Is that... That is the wrong quest. That is the quest we accidentally started yesterday. Why is the...
Ah, I assume you're referring to our Elder's special ability.
Or is it... Is that... Oh. Oh my god, this was part of the quest. I thought we started a random quest yesterday. Oh my god, okay.
Elder Tlapo has been alive for many centuries and harbors secrets that even we priests are at a loss to explain. So your reaction is entirely natural. But one thing I can say for sure is that Elder Tlapo has appointed the two of you to an extremely important task. For this reason, I would like to ask you to undergo a test.
What sort of task? And what kind of test?
If it's all right with you, I'll take you to see our chief. He's in a much better position to answer your questions.
Okay, sure.
What the hell? Sure.
Very well. Then please follow me.
Follow me. Set me free.
You can use this scroll to go directly to the obsidian altar, where the chief is.
Why are you here and not talking to me?
Don't worry, it's just one of the many mystical abilities of our tribe.
That kind of looks like that stuff
I
belongs to
had
Horizon
someone
Zero
gather up
Dawn.
all the woven scrolls from that era. Maybe we'll find some leads we can follow.
There's that many? Oh, this is gonna take forever.
Don't worry, we've got time.
Come on. Less whining, more reading. If we split them up, we'll finish in no time.
Are we even reading? Are we just looking at things? A variety of events are recorded in these scrolls, like moments of frozen history, with the power to pull you back into the distant past. I've flipped through several of them, but still nothing about the Bloomflower trials. Yet the stories they contain, they are almost unimaginable. War, peace, alliances, betrayals. Seems like in the Nutland of 6 or 7 centuries past, relations between the 6 tribes were incredibly complex and constantly shifting.
Why have you stopped? Did you notice something strange?
Oh, there's still conflicts between the tribes nowadays.
There will always be tensions. But the intensity has changed. Usually the Pyro Archon tries their best to prevent intertribal disputes from escalating. But not every Archon has done that as well as Maoika. Also, given that our Archons live only as long as mortals, the transitional periods can be fraught with challenges.
I see, first time I've ever heard that.
Far fewer conflicts have ended in bloodshed over the past few centuries. Whenever I read through these scrolls, I too am always struck by the thought of how unimaginable our lives would seem to people back then.
Hey, come check this out. This one seems to mention the Bloomflower trials.
Ah, finally.
Oh? Let me see.
There goes my thumbnail.
A curious coincidence indeed. It seems like the last Bloomflower trials were also held to save the life of an ailing Saurian.
Huh? Was it the same illness as Milrace?
The scroll doesn't say, but it seems likely. Strange. It's very unusual for such records to be so sparse on details. The scroll only vaguely alludes to 2 things. Firstly, that the Bloomflower trials were held to save a sick little Saurian. Secondly, that they seem to have failed. And that the chief of the Flower Feather clan had a major falling out with his younger brother. And later on, his brother left the tribe and lived as a recluse. That's all it says.
But that basically tells us nothing! You know, except that the person who weaved this scroll must have been slacking off on the job.
Maybe something happened that was too sensitive to record.
Sacred flame crystals having the power to beguile human hearts. Is this where that's from?
Probably. So it was like a personal thing. Despite common through the rest of the scrolls, none of you find any further references to the Bloomflower
Looks
trials.
like we'll have to approach this from another angle. I'll go take a look through some even older scrolls. Surely the trials were held more than once.
Can we like not talk to that person from back then because we have like the spirit realm or like whatever in Netland?
Seeing as that scroll just now mentioned the Flower Feather clan, I think I could go ask Chief Butota.
Yeah, that's at least something.
And what's our next move? Any other leads we can follow?
Come to think of it, that mysterious Kukusaur that Milray mentioned might be able to shed some light on this. I have a feeling a certain Kukusaur might know a thing or two.
A certain Kukusaur? Who told you that?
A Kukusaur.
Oh, Aoife's assistant Kakuku must have told you, right? I heard he sometimes translates for the other Saurians.
Eh. Yeah, this might not be the best time to dive into the whole Saurian and dwelling mystery. Guess I'll just give Kakuku the credit for now.
Alright then. I'll look into those ancient scrolls, Kachina can head over to the Flower Feather clan, and you two can track down that Kukusaur.
You mean only we are able to shift into dinosaurs? I thought that's just what people in Natlan do somehow. What? Why are we being different in the way of having furry genes? That is weird.
Let's split up and meet back here later.
Okie dokie. Alright. I didn't actually find out much about that mysterious Kukusaur earlier. Let's head back to the Children of Echoes and ask Nyan for more details. Is that also a Kukusaur? I forgot whatever we are looking for. But it's okay, we are gonna find out in a second. Maybe Aoife's gonna be there. Let's go. And we're back.
Nyan, can you tell me any more about that mysterious Kukusaur you mentioned before?
Do you want to make friends with him too?
Yup, that's right. Where can I find him?
But tracking him down's no easy task because he's always off somewhere on his own. All 1 second he'll pop up in front of us, then managing to thin air the next. It's actually pretty impressive. One time he took us to this absolutely beautiful place with this really tall stone gate. And there were so many other Kukusaurs there. We wouldn't usually trespass on other Saurian's territory, but since he took us there, it was fine. He said that was his home.
Kukusaur's in a stone gate. Sounds like it might be near the Flower Feather clan. Let's go check it out.
What does he look like? How will I recognize him?
He's really easy to spot. If you see one that looks all light and floaty, that's him.
Light and floaty? Sounds like Paimon.
Yep, light and floaty. You know who he is the instant you see him.
That seems to be the only description Nyan can come up with. It's vague, but I'll have to do it for now.
Oh, and if you do see him, could you say hi from me and Mary? We're both starting to miss him. He did drop by to see us, but there were too many people around for his liking.
Sure thing, leave it to me. So adorable. Oh, we're gonna meet her. I did not know that. I forgot that we have not met her canonically. Are you still there? Oh, you playing with the dinosaurs. Can a big one join in too? Do you understand my link? Can I talk to them by being like, okay, oh,
Feeling hungry?
I was gonna try.
Just pick these from the orchard. Go on, have some. Taking care of a patient like you're doing is hard work. Don't wear yourself out with worry, okay?
That skirt is way too short, girl. Luckily you have that tail in that place, because... Okay, never mind. If I switch the camera angle, it's not helpful either. That's the first time we're meeting her in the story. That's rather weird that she's like introduced as like, you know, like NPC-ish or like not with a cutscene.
If you need more, there's plenty more where that came from.
Interesting. And can I unfurry myself, please? Can I? Okay, gotta hold. That is interesting, but maybe we're gonna like have a proper introduction with her later. Slowly but surely getting at least some teleport points. Bro, it's so embarrassing. I actually need to play more and light up the new map of Natlan. I still haven't even finished the entire Archon quest. Like, there's still a final chapter I haven't done yet, I think.
Shh. So, everyone got that?
What are you guys planning?
They'll never see this coming. We'll catch them totally off guard.
Leave it to us. We'll show them what we're made of.
Milani, Kinich, what are you doing here?
Hello.
Oh, Traveler, Paimon, it's you. You nearly scared the life out of me. Just between us, we're discussing our strategy for the next half of the exhibition match. But as for the details, those will have to stay a secret. After all, we'll be competing against you this time.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm switching teams, so don't tell me.
What about you guys? You seem like you're in a hurry. Has something happened?
We're on the trail of an extremely rare and elusive Kukusaur. Rare and elusive?
Oh my god, is it Barisa? Is she a Kukusaur? You give Kinishi and Milani a quick rundown on the situation.
In that case, we can help with the search. That description of the location's way too vague. The scenery around here is all pretty much the same. Without anyone to help out, it'll take you forever. What does the Kukusaur look like?
Light and floaty.
Nothing more specific than that?
Apparently you know who he is the instant we see him.
Alright, well in that case, let's split up.
I'll check the higher ground and see if anyone over at the Flower Feather clan has any ideas.
I'll follow the river then.
Sounds like it's my time to shine. As Kenichi will tell you, I'm a born hunter with the eyes of a hawk.
I haven't got anywhere else to be either. I'll take a stroll nearby and see if I can spot anything.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, NPC1 and NPC2.
Don't mention it. Anyway, we'd better get going. Catch you in a bit.
Catch you on the flip side. Alright, there seems to be quite a few Cuckoosaurs living around here. Ask the Cuckoosaurs about the situation. Where? Where? Do I have to jump down there, or...? It's telling me to go this way. Oh, there's the cave. I hear dinosaurs. Unfortunately, though, I don't see any of them. There's nothing. How? Where do I have to go? Oh, here. Okay.
That fruit just now was kinda sour.
Try this one instead, it's super sweet.
Greetings, fellow Saurians. I'm totally a Saurian. I'm not street children in a trench coat.
Hello there, how can we help you? I was just wondering, have you ever met a Cuckoosaur around here who you describe as light and floaty? Oh, you're talking about that kid, are you?
Light and floaty, really such distinct traits? These Cuckoosaurs seem to have instantly understood what I meant.
He sometimes shows up around here, but he's always sneaking about trying not to be seen.
He's often perched up on a cliff just gazing out in the snow someday, dreaming about who knows what.
Oh yeah, and I'm pretty sure I saw him following a human around a couple of days back.
That's Paimon! That is Paimon!
Well, it's not something you see every day. You usually won't go anywhere near them.
Oh.
Is there any way to get a hold of him?
Wait. We also triggered a side quest with like some of the blue saurians, the cute ones with the tiny hands, that showed up and was talking to us. That was probably this one then.
I forgot if I were you. That kid comes and goes like a shadow.
Come join us for some fruit set. Come try this one. Sweet as sweet can be.
Okay, thanks.
Don't seem like a very fruitful lead. I guess I'd better wait and see if Molani and Kenichi have any better luck. I'm gonna find that thing on my own. Meet up with Kenichi and Molani. Okay. Unfortunately, I am lazy, so I'll rollerblade. Okay, cutscene loading up. Oh. Huh? Hello.
Anything on your end, Kenichi?
He just does that sometimes.
Nope.
Me neither. Cuckoosaurs all look so similar. They all look light and floaty to me. I mean, what could possibly be lighter and floatier than a pair of wings?
It's Paimon.
I didn't find anything either. How about you guys?
Where's me? Am I still climbing up that rock? I thought I was here.
Sorry, Traveler and Paimon. We couldn't find that Cuckoosaur you're after. Are you in a hurry to find him? If you need a hand, I can come back and join the search again tomorrow.
Maybe he really is hiding from us.
Okay, well, if you need any help, don't hesitate to reach out. That's what friends are for, after all.
Oh, you're so cute.
I've told my friends over at the Flower Feather Clan to keep an eye out. If they see anything, they'll let you know. So, what's your next move?
I think I'll head back to the Masters of the Night. Yeah, we're probably gonna meet that thing there.
Alright, I'll update them.
Come to think of it, Auroron could probably rig up a few traps and snag him that way.
Do we wanna use traps? Shouldn't we, like, gain trust?
It's not like Auroran's traps can catch just anything, you know.
You never know. Might as well ask him if you get the chance. Anyway, we'll be heading back now. Best of luck!
Thank you. You guys too.
Okay then, see you later! And thanks for your help!
Alright. Return to the Masters of the Nightwind. Now wait, okay, that is changed. There's hopefully a teleport point. Yeah, there's a teleport point. Otherwise, this would have been a very long way. Okay. Are we gonna see that thing here? We probably are. Light and floaty. Ah, hello, friends. Oh.
Let me think.
Kachina, Seed Lolly, what's up? We haven't managed to find anything. No one seems to know what actually happened back then.
Any luck with your mysterious Cuckoosaur?
Not yet.
In that case, I'd suggest we set this aside for now. It would be great if we could get to the bottom of this, but not every historical mystery can be unraveled. we must also learn to live with the unknown.
Live
Just
and
remember,
learn.
as long as we stick together, no challenge will ever be too great.
Yeah, I'm sure everything will work out. Still, after all this investigating, it feels a bit disappointing to come up empty-handed.
Whew. Finally, dudes. Found you.
There he is. The dude bro.
What brings you here?
He's literally a dude bro.
Kenichi mentioned you were on the lookout for a kukasaur. Just so happens a strange kukasaur has been following me the past few days.
Care to elaborate?
No clue why, but this dude's been on my tail ever since I got back from the Children of Echoes. Not gonna lie to you, bro, it's kinda freaky. His footsteps are totally silent, and after dark, all you can see is a silhouette. So I didn't even realize he was there until Kakuku suddenly flipped out last night when he went for a drink. His squawking woke me up, and that's when I finally spotted a shadowy shape outside the window.
Wait. Oh my god. Okay, I have an idea. What if, from that tale that we have read about in those scrolls, it was like two people, I kind of forgot the story, but it was two people, and one of them had like something happened to his heart. What if he just turned into a kukusaur, and that's him like reaching out to us from the afterlife realm?
That sounds terrifying.
I could tell it was a little kukasaur from the shape. After observing him more closely, I figured out that he'd been following me the whole time, but that he'd just been too quiet to notice. Not sure if that's the dude you're looking for, but if so, you're more than welcome to get him off my back. The sooner the better.
And he's not scared of humans because he used to be human once, and he knows that his little bird can translate what he says to tell the humans, I guess, maybe.
Wait a second. Does that mean...
Yep, dude's probably hiding right behind that tree.
Why are you all scared?
Do you think we should send someone over to take a look?
Send me over, I'm gonna do it myself.
It's okay, I've got this. What the? How is that even? Guys, get over here, quick! There's nothing scary about this. It's just,
Wait,
Surely that's not...
yeah, he's a ghost. Aww. No wonder Nyan described him as light and floaty. He really is instantly recognizable, not like any kukusaur I've ever seen. This must be Milroy's mysterious friend then, the one spreading the rumors about sacred flame crystals beguiling human hearts.
Wait, shouldn't he have returned to the ley lines? Haven't they been fixed?
there are many possible reasons. But right now, it seems that our priority is...
So why have you been tailing me, bro? If it's treatment you want, can't do much for you, man. Sorry.
Yeah, aw.
He ran off.
After him, let's go. He wants to show us something.
Do you think he wants us to follow him?
Probably.
If only we had a Kukuthosaurus on hand. Hey, that's a good point. Where is Kakuku today?
He was so spooked last night that he rattled through every single word he's ever learned and then fainted. He was still out cold when I left.
All right, enough chit-chat. Let's just follow him. It looks like he wants to take us somewhere.
Alright, you fought a little kukusaur spirit who leads you much further away than you'd expected. Bro, we wake up in Snishnaya. We wake up in the After Realm. Where the heck are we, bro? That's not even on my map. Hoodsley Hill. Okay. And there you are, little friend. Here I am. Once again. Da, 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 da.
Looks like he's finally stopped.
Something there?
Why have you brought us here?
So, is there something buried here, or what?
Maybe his body, and that's why he's trapped in, like, his soul or whatever.
You want us to dig it up?
That would be crazy. They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna show that. Just imagine that digging you unearth an old weathered box. Oh, okay.
These are...
His belongings.
Woven scrolls, yes. Albeit very crudely made, and heavily time-worn as a result.
And Aoife's grandfather.
Still, they're just about legible. They seem to document the very last Bloomflower trials that took place centuries ago? But why would these be here? Come, let's read them together. These might just contain the answers we've been searching for this whole time.
I mean, I bet it's gonna be exactly like I said, that he got turned into a dinosaur. But I could be wrong. We're gonna find out now. Maybe I was just making stuff up.
So, have you figured out a way to save him?
Oh my god, it's literally Luffy. It's literally Luffy. Now this time he's got black hair and he's wearing the same outfit.
Indeed, I have. As far as I can tell, we need ocean zephyrs and sacred flame crystals. That's about it.
That's great news. Don't worry, little guy. You'll be better in no time.
Well, it's not every day that the chief himself drops by to check in on your Saurian buddy. Not so busy these days, huh?
You know I'd come even if I was. You're my brother, man. I heard you've been beside yourself since Antu fell ill, so I was worried about you.
I mean, Antu means the world to me. I promised to stay by his side until the day he's fully grown, ready to spread his wings and soar freely through the skies. I mean, with him around, I've never felt lonely traveling through Natlan. Sometimes he's happy, and other times he's sad. Sometimes he has tantrums, but then he'll curl up beside me when I'm down. And right now, he needs me more than ever. I'll draw upon everything I've ever learned to help him get through this.
I salute your courage and wisdom, brother.
No.
But these sacred flame crystals you mentioned, are you sure they'll do the job?
Well, I've studied the essence of the sacred flame and read various related scrolls. Sacred flame crystals are born from intertribal conflict. Back when the tribes were somewhat united, they would occasionally hold bloomflower trials in order to obtain them.
Seems like I've still got lots to learn, despite being chief. So, how can we use them? Is it really worth holding a whole competition just to get our hands on some?
Research on sacred flame crystals has been patchy to say the least, so there's never been a definitive conclusion. What we know for sure is that they can be used to treat certain chronic phlogiston-related illnesses. Others also say that they can be used to enhance a warrior's strength. There's something.
Enhance a warrior's strength?
It's speculative at best. We need to analyze an actual specimen to know for sure. As far as I'm concerned, as long as they can be used to cure Antu's illness, that's enough. Nothing else matters.
So you asked the chiefs of all the tribes to send people to take part in a scaled-down version of the Bloomflower trials? Remarkable that they agreed, given it wasn't so long ago that we were at each other's throats. Tensions are running high right now. If I were you, I wouldn't have had the courage to even ask.
I know, but I had no other choice. Fortunately, I've treated patients from every tribe, so the chiefs agreed as a way of returning the favor. With all this ongoing strife, it's been a long time since we've worked together on anything. This might be a good chance for reconciliation. Fighting side by side for a common cause? That's the way Natlan was always meant to be.
Let's hope so. By the way, what's with all this baggage? Heading out on a long journey or something?
I'm heading out to search for ocean zephyrs. In the meantime, I'll leave the trials in your capable hands. Just please make sure it all goes smoothly.
Come on, that goes without saying. Rest assured, I'm your brother after all.
Thank you. And Antu, be good while I'm gone, okay? Once I return with the ingredients, you'll be back on your feet and running around in no time.
Himara! How could you stoop so low? Ambushing us on the field like that.
Ambushing? You've no one but yourself to blame for underestimating us. So what's all this fuss about?
Even if that was remotely true, your guys went way over the line. 7 of our warriors were so badly injured that they're still out cold as we speak. The Flowerfeather clan must compensate us for our losses. Hand over the sacred flame crystals.
And what, we'll hand them over after all that? Just because you waggled some fingers and said some angry words?
Didn't you claim that we're holding these trials to save a sick Saurian? Take what's necessary for the treatment, then return us the rest.
Say something, Amara. We're not leaving until you give us some answers.
If the other elders were here, they wouldn't waste their time on such puerile questions. If anything, I just wish we'd managed to collect more crystals. There are always people who think they're so clever. So many contestants were just pocketing the ones they got in the trials. I'll bet your chiefs all have sweet little personal stashes too, huh? Everyone was in a frenzy, snatching the crystals up wherever and whenever they could. We're hardly the only winners. I wouldn't even call us the biggest ones.
You what?
I get it now. Snatching the spoils while using the Bloomflower trials to weaken the other tribes. You planned this all along. Ugh, that Nompole. Can't believe I trusted him.
The Children of Echoes will not forget this. Let's go!
Brother, where's Antu?
Oh, you're back. Come, sit down. I'll explain everything.
Look, no need for that. I only came back to ask. Are the rumors true?
Rumors? What rumors?
That the Bloomflower trials spiraled into an all-out bloodbath, sparking a heated dispute among the chiefs. And that no one was bothered in the slightest about Antu. By the time anyone noticed, he was already gone. How could you lie to me, Amara? You promised you'd make sure the Bloomflower trials went smoothly. Why would you resort to such underhanded tactics?
You think I had a choice? As soon as one person broke the rules, the whole thing became a free-for-all. Playing by the rules gets you nowhere in this world. If I hadn't taken things into my own hands, another tribe would have just swooped in and seized the winnings for themselves. These sacred flame crystals, they have limitless potential. I, for one, wouldn't miss a chance to strengthen our tribe.
I won't debate ethics with you. Where are the sacred flame crystals? Give me some. I'm going to search for Antu.
I've put them all into our research.
You did what?
I did set some aside for Antu in the beginning, but he ran off, didn't he? So there was no longer any need. He's your companion, yes, but the life of a single Saurian is nothing compared to the future of our tribe.
Hear, hear. You've certainly proven yourself a worthy chief, Imara. Your name will no doubt be etched into the hearts of the Flower Feather clan for generations to come. Just remember this. No excuses can hide the harm your greed has inflicted. All the hope and trust that that little guy placed in you, placed in me, you'll never know what that feels like.
Wait, Nompole! Where are you going?
Antu! Antu! Antu, it's me! Please! Answer me!
Oh shit.
Antu, are you okay? Oh, look at you out here all on your own.
Aww.
I'm so sorry, Antu. This is all my fault.
I'll think of another way.
After that, I left the Flower Feather clan and lived here on this hill with Antu. He was running out of time. I took him from tribe to tribe, begging them to spare some sacred flame crystals, our last hope. But no one believed me anymore. I begged them again and again, enduring sneers, insults, even beatings. Until finally, Antu's time came. In those last few days, he seemed consumed by an overwhelming sorrow. And then I realized it wasn't just the sickness weighing him down, no. Remorse filled his gaze.
Oh man, that's really sad. Unfortunately,
I remember once, over at the Children of Echoes, someone approached us with a sacred flame crystal, flaunting it before quickly putting it away.
Ah, this is what you're after, is it? Dream on. Go beg your brother for some. How many did he snatch up for himself? He's the one who put you up to this whole I'm a victim charade, wasn't he? I don't buy it.
oh.
What are you? You little vulture!
For some reason, Antu harbored a deep and intense hatred for the sacred flame crystals. Whenever he saw one, he would muster up every last ounce of his dwindling strength in trying to destroy it. It wasn't until years after Antu's death that I finally guessed at the truth. He must have witnessed people fighting over the crystals without comprehending why. Unable to fathom how those once cheerful humans had turned from best of friends to worst of enemies, he concluded that they must have been corrupted by the sacred flame crystals themselves.
Yeah, that makes sense to think that way.
In Antu's eyes, the only reason they'd started collecting sacred flame crystals in the first place had been to save his life. If I hadn't been there, none of this would have ever happened. He carried this guilt with him until the very end.
Stop, I'm gonna cry. And I even missed half of the cutscene because I had to use the bathroom. But still.
I too shall be bound by guilt for the rest of my days. If only I had taken part in the trials myself. If only I'd seen the greed in Amara's eyes, or even came back just a little bit sooner. But the past cannot be undone. I have immersed myself in the study of medicine, and spent my life healing all kinds of Saurians.
Is that Aoife? It's not, right?
Buried Antu here on this hill, where I too one day shall rest.
Because he looks like him, kind of.
Before my own time comes, I have recorded all of this on these crudely woven scrolls in the belief that the truth should not lie buried. May those who come long after us learn from our errors, lest they repeat them. May the Natlan of their day be united as one, free once and for all from bloodshed and strife.
Oh.
Medicine born of guilt. So the non-pole from the scrolls was Aoife's ancestor?
Yeah, I knew.
And that little Kukusaur spirit was once his Saurian companion?
Seems so. That's why he's been following you around, Aoife. Even though he doesn't like appearing in front of anyone else, he senses something familiar in you.
That's just making it sadder.
No wonder there weren't any records of the last Bloomflower trials. If anything corrupts the human heart, it's greed. And who'd want to immortalize the memory of a scandal by which all 6 tribes were tainted? The bitter irony is that the sacred flame crystals turned out to be nowhere near as miraculous as they believed. All that scheming, after what proved to be nothing more than a hollow fantasy.
Hey, where's that little Kukusaur gone? Look, over there! Do you think he's sad? Or maybe he's lost in his memories?
I'll go hang out with him for a bit.
Thanks. I might need a breather over here. I regret lingering for centuries, unfolding like this before my eyes. Can't believe I'm just now hearing my ancestor's story. Now I know why we became vets too. I gotta think this through. What should I do? What can I even do?
Alright, the spirit of the Kukusar Chick Antu stands quite quickly on the hillside, unlike Mirai the Tapton. As he was in life, so he remains in death. What might he be thinking? It's time I went and asked him. Antu.
Aren't you the blonde guy from just now? Wait, is this your real form? You can turn yourself into a human? That's amazing! Can you teach me how you do it? I want to talk to the humans, but they don't like me.
You just remember what happened back then.
Only bits and pieces. I remember being in a lot of pain. I remember how worried my good friend Nampel was. Afterwards, the pain stopped and my body felt so light. But I couldn't find him anymore. I hid and searched, I searched without end. My body kept getting colder and colder, like I was freezing to death. Luckily, I found a nice cozy cave where I huddled up and slept for ages. When I woke up again, the world seemed completely different.
A cave?
Yeah, and there were all these strange patterns on the walls. Some of them even looked a bit like me.
Could you mean the remnants of the secret source? That's the closest place to the Night Kingdom. Maybe his soul hasn't faded away yet because he was hibernating there.
When I came out of the cave, I saw that those evil monsters had returned, so I went to help. That's how I met Mirai and Nyan.
Ah, that's the cave where I got sidetracked to earlier, isn't it? Where we need the ring from the Lord of the Rings.
The three of us had them running in circles. Once I showed my friends the way, those monsters didn't stand a chance of catching them. Eventually, those monsters all disappeared, and then I faintly heard the sound of Nampel's voice, calling out for me to come to him.
The monsters disappeared. This must have been after the final battle against the Abyss. The ley lines had been restored, so at this point he could have returned to the Night Kingdom. But you didn't go to him?
I wanted to, but then Mirai came down with the same illness I had, and I was so worried for him. Nampel said that sacred flame crystals were required for the cure, but those crystals are evil. As soon as they got their hands on them, even the closest of friends would get into the most vicious arguments. Everyone started acting so strangely, like they'd all been bewitched.
So you think it was all caused by the sacred flame crystals?
What else could it have been? They were all such good friends before, and they used to care about me too. It's all because of those evil crystals. I wish I could have cast every last one of them into a volcano. But we need them to cure Milray. What should we do?
Just as Nampel concluded in his scroll, Antu misunderstood the real cause of the strife. It wasn't the powerful sacred flame crystals to bewitch humans' hearts, but rather human greed and scheming. What can we do for now to this poor little creature? Should I tell him the truth? From his standpoint, would knowing the truth even make any difference?
What's wrong, Big Bro? You seem a bit down.
I'm okay. Let's head back to where the others are. Antu's eyes are full of such heartfelt concern. I don't know what to tell him. The times have changed, and so have the people. He's the only one still trapped in the past. Oh. Meet up with Aoife and the others. How long is this quest gonna go, bro? I got things to do. Here I am, once again.
Never thought I'd have the chance to meet my ancestor Saurian companion. It's a pretty cool feeling. Wouldn't you say so, bro?
Oh.
Can he understand what you're saying?
Kinda. I can pick up on Antu's vibes, just like he catches ours, but that's pretty much it. That's just how it is with Saurian companions. You have to spend a lot of time together to develop an intuitive bond. If my ancestor were here, I'm sure they'd vibe way easier.
In other words, he wouldn't understand even if we discussed everything that went on back then in front of him, right?
I think it's probably better if he doesn't understand. I know that running from your problems isn't the way to solve them, and that we should face up to the challenges in our lives. But even if we told him the truth, wouldn't it only distress him more than he already is?
That's right. The people responsible, the ones who should have apologized to him, are no longer around. All the truth would do is tear open old wounds and sadden him all over again.
Isn't there anything we could do to help him forget his sorrow and find hope once more?
Just like Nampol, I've spent a lot of time studying Saurian psychology. They can be a bit slow sometimes, but they're razor sharp at others. They don't get complex human language, but they get a lot just from reading our eyes. In short, young Saurians are just like children. On one hand, they rely on their human companions. On the other, They really want to prove their worth. Helping people makes them happy, and feeling like a burden makes them sad. So, the best move isn't to get stuck on the truth of what happens, but to help make his current wishes come true.
His wishes?
For example, Antu, you decided to stay here because of Milray and Nyan, right? You're a smart kid. Sacred flame crystals are bad, bad things that cause endless arguments among good friends. But now, after hundreds of years, we finally found a way to beat them. Will you join forces with us to cleanse the evil inside them so we can save your buddy together?
Interesting approach. You want to turn a lie into the truth, huh?
Never mind what you're trying to do. Can we even be sure he understands you?
Actually, I didn't really understand either. Is there really some kind of evil power inside the sacred flame crystals?
Oh, dear child. Come. Let Granny explain it to you.
Group has a quick strategy huddle.
Oh, I get it now. Okay, I'll do my best.
Not so fast. Hate to break it to you, but the three of us can't make this happen. Let's meet up at the stadium in 2 days. We'll spread the word and see who's willing to play along. As for making Antu understand, Kakuku can help out. They'll have an easier time communicating.
Medicine Bond of Guild. Quiz completed. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna say see you in the next episode of Genshin Impact. And until then, bye bye.